Welcome to Varsity Field for the first game of Montevallo women's soccer season as they prepare to take on the Faulkner Eagles and the NAIA coming from Montgomery, Alabama. This is Robert Lane's third season in charge of the Falcons, and they have seen improvement in all of his seasons. And welcome to Varsity Field on the campus of the University of Montevallo as the Montevallo Falcons prepare to take on the Faulkner Eagles and the opening game of the women's soccer season. About to start the third season under Robert Lane. He's seen improvement in all of his seasons. He inherited a team that only won one game and brought them to 2 wins in his first season. Last year got 6 wins and made it to the Peach Belt tournament in their final season in the conference. This year they have rejoined the Gulf South and look for an exciting season. But first, a non-conference match to open the season against NAIA opponents. Faulkner from Montgomery, who the Falcons fell to 1-0 on the road last year. A lot of players played in that game, especially for the Eagles. However, the goal scorer in that contest, Hannah Lashley, has graduated, so they will have to replace her goals. For the Falcons, Coach Lane has handed 5 players their debuts today. The starting lineup is Sydney Young in goal, the sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina. In defense, Christiane Malone from Winnipeg, Canada. Hannah Walke, another player making her debut. Madison Madewell, who played in every game last season. And Hampton Brinson, who has been converted as a right back. In the midfield, Kristen Chance from Clarksville, Tennessee, also making a debut, as is Samara Lino, a freshman from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Up top, Allie Darnell from Graves County, Kentucky, makes her first start. The rest of the midfield will be helped by the wingers Tyler Ring and Taylor Gonzalez. Taylor Gonzalez is the player to watch. 8 goals last year, led the Falcons in goal scoring, contributed with 2 assists. Tyler Ring on the other side is also a good contributor to the score sheet, had 6 assists, led the team last year, and was a second-team all-conference nomination. Should be an exciting game. Muyal, the keeper who departed, left the keeper spot open to Sydney Young and Judith Perez Bayon. It appears that Coach Lane will go with Perez Bayon on the bench and Sydney Young to start in between the goals. He likes to make goalkeeper changes, so we may see a change there. Senior keeper for the Eagles, Kelby Davies, leads the lineup. 3 players are making their debuts. Freshman Jade Elling from Zwag, Netherlands, as well as Chloe Farrell from St. Louis, Missouri. The other freshman playing in defense, it's a tough ask, Taylor Strink from Ozark, Alabama. The rest of the starting lineup, Lainey Eden, Ashlyn Lockwood look to hold down the defensive midfield positions. Kayla Wilson will be the dangerous player up top. She had 2 shots last year. Mary Lynn Peel has a big game in the midfield. A junior from Georgetown, Canada, is looking for a breakout season, as is senior Cassandro Carpintero from Pompano Beach, Florida. The rest of the lineup is Emily Gordon and Brooke Black. Both of them are seniors, so a lot of experience in this NAIA team. Certainly no one to take lightly as the Falcons get ready to kick off. Samara Lino and Taylor Gonzalez up top. And the 2017 season is underway, just about. False start by Samara Lino, her first touch of the ball will be redone. Montevallo will open Gulf South play next weekend at Valdosta State. The Bulldogs will host the Falcons on Friday, and 2 weeks from tomorrow is the first home Gulf South contest against West Georgia. Long ball early for Lino to chase. Quick off of her net comes Kelby Davies. Lots of experience in the Eagles lineup. Falcons going with 5 freshmen. Marilyn Peel. Pass is intercepted on the far side by Tyler Ring. Loose touch in the midfield by Kristen Chance. It's intercepted by Farrell. Brinson to build from the back. Taylor Gonzalez taking up the space in the middle. Absolutely superb in one-on-one opportunities. And Samara Lino lays the ball. Tried to get it into the path of the forward Allie Darnell, who's making her first start. Got the goal, the winning goal in the 2-1 win over Huntington, the final scrimmage. The Falcons have knocked the rust off in preseason. They looked a little sloppy in the 3-1 loss against Cumberland before a better result against Mercer and then won against Huntington to finish their preparation for the new season. Important touches for the brand new center back, Christian Malone, the freshman from Winnipeg, Canada, graduated from St. Mary's Academy, and here she's put under pressure, manages to get it out to Madison Madewell, who's played several positions in the defense but takes up her role of left back. Darnell lays it off to Gonzalez. Just a dynamic player, always someone to watch as soon as she touches the ball, and a decent pass. Was not on the same page as Hannah Walke, who can play defense or midfield but has taken up more of an attacking role. Has Madison Madewell sitting in behind her. And Kristen Chance in the midfield looks to be the holding midfielder alongside Vic Whitehouse. This game last year was pretty much the game changer of the season. After falling 1-0, it looked like it would be another disappointing season for the Falcons, but they turned it around after that. It was a spirited second half performance, and they were unfortunate not to get a draw. Val Visaggio, Vic Whitehouse, as well as Taylor Gonzalez and Allie Reeves had shots on goal and tried to claw it back. Allie Reeves is on the bench today. She may make a cameo appearance. Was fantastic in that game and really jump-started her season. Good ball in the box this time. And a goal kick. First real sense of opportunity here in the opening 3 minutes. We were expecting bad weather, but the rain has held off for the time being. The field's still a little damp, but the weather conditions are perfect. Faulkner tried to build an attack, but a foul called in the midfield. Christian Malone to take. And Hannah Walke in acres of space here on this far side. We'll see if they utilize the left wing. Ashlyn Lockwood is the player tasked with marking her today. Good switch of play by Hampton Brinson. Anticipated by Lockwood. Madewell wrestles it away. Lockwood, Peel. Good first touch and drifts the ball over the top for Cassandra Carpintero to chase. And a foul called on Carpintero. Good shielding by Hampton Brinson, the junior, redshirt junior, who suffered injuries through most of her sophomore season. Started as a forward, then played as a right wing, and has now been a converted right back and has excelled in this position, a position that the Falcons were lacking last season. Didn't have too many options, tried several players, and Hampton Brinson looks to have nailed down the spot. Madewell in time to Hannah Walke, who's looked promising in her first touches on the ball, the Long Beach, California native. Allie Darnell gets her first touch on the ball and tries to send it back out to Walke, but they're not on the same page on this occasion. Tentative start for both teams, trying to get a feel for the game. Clearance completed by Emily Gordon. Allie Darnell over in the corner. Sends a drifting ball inside, and it goes side netting, not troubling the goal of Davies. It was a transfer from Nipissing University in Canada. High ball in the midfield, won by Peel. She's fouled by the Falcons. Kristen Chance. Chance alongside Vic Whitehouse. His defensive center mids will be an interesting tandem to watch. Haven't had too much playing time together. Laid off by Lockwood, but it's intercepted in the midfield. Lockwood has a second bite at it, but doesn't have any forwards in attendance. Cassandra Carpintero faces the risk of being isolated alone up top. However, she'll try to take advantage of the inexperience of Christian Malone. No dangerous chances to speak of for either side.
One back by Tyler Ring. Chance out to Madewell. Plays a great ball. First touch is excellent by Walkie. Plays it into the path of Samara Lino. Lino is forced off the ball, and a long shot by Allie Darnell. Very speculative, always traveling wide right. But a good effort on goal. Definitely got some nerves out there. You always want to get a first shot on goal in your first game. Darnell just testing her shot from distance. One back in the midfield by Hampton Brinson, who will come forward a lot on this side. Mentioned her experience in attacking roles. Very attack-minded fullback, as is Madison Madewell on the left side. Long throw intercepted by Brinson, who's looked a rock in the early going. However, there's a misplaced pass intercepted by Carpintero. Lockwood plays the ball, tries to get into the pass of Peel, who can't hold off Madison Madewell. Shows good strength on that left side and forces it out of bounds. Yeah. Chloe Farrell up from the back to take the throw.
Heads up, make sure we're checking on the lightning. All right.
Walkie every time has had good cover from Madewell, who's just a very intelligent player. She showed that last year. Started every single game, and from day one she did not look like a freshman. Was arguably the best player in the defense last season. Walkie back to Madewell, and that could be an interesting duo on the left. Madewell shows some strength to get it past Peel. Chance loses possession, and Carpintero tries to play it into the path of Kayla Wilson, but it's intercepted by Samara Lino, who started an attack. Taylor Gonzalez, solid first touch, wins the battle. But she went in two-footed, and the ref did not like that challenge on Emily Gordon, and the senior wins a free kick. Not too much wrong with that, though, from Taylor Gonzalez, who for the last 2 summers has played semi-pro soccer with the KC Courage in the WPL. In her final game as a Courage player, they tied the Chicago Red Stars Reserves, the NWSL team. Very impressive 0-0 result. Taylor Gonzalez was one of the bright spots in that game for the Courage, and we'll hope to have a fantastic senior season. Faulkner starting to put passes together and growing in confidence. Tried a ball into the path of Carpintero, but Young was quick off her line. Another player that will want to get some touches on the ball just to ease those preseason nerves. 10 minutes gone. Montevallo looking the most likely. Only shot of the game was from distance from Allie Darnell, and they can't link up with her on this occasion. Chloe Farrell will have her work cut out in her debut for the Eagles. Nice bit of skill in the midfield from Samara Lino, who drops it back to Madewell. Malone. Madewell very confident going forward and plays a long ball, and offside by a couple yards is Allie Darnell. Solid backline play by the visitors. Taylor's strength holding the line, catching Darnell offside. Ball's met first time out of the air by Malone, who read it very intelligently, and Taylor Gonzalez can make a run in the midfield. Her touch is heavy and allows Leighton Rhodes to tackle it away. Ball played into Carpintero is just out of her reach. Malone will go back to her keeper. However, a slip there is turned over possession possession to Lockwood, who has a shot from distance, and it's just wide left. But after it was touched by Sydney Young, and the first corner of the game goes to the visitors. Sloppy bit of play in the back line, almost cost the Falcons early. 12 minutes, and the best opportunity of the game came from a bit of a mix-up. Good presence of mind from Lockwood to test the keeper, who was way off her line. In fairness, did a decent job to get a touch on it and force the corner. 4 in the box for the visitors. Good delivery. It's met by the fist of Young. It's sent back in the box, just over the head of the striker Carpintero, and it's blocked out well and completes the clearance. However, the only player up top is Darnell. She has no help. And Mary Lynn Peel. This pass is intercepted in the midfield by Samara Lino. Farrell. Falls to Lino. Spread out wide by Chance, who's grown into the game as it's gone on. Very off the pace to start. Has completed some passes, looks more at ease, as does the center back, Christian Malone. It's very composed in her first start. Very akin to Madison Madewell's first start last season. An impressive debut. Ball drifted forward for Taylor Gonzalez to run onto, but Davies read it well, spreads it out to Farrell, who rushed her clearance. Under pressure by Gonzalez. And for all her one-on-one skill, Taylor Gonzalez is also really good at agility. She held strength and agility records in high school at Blue Valley Southwest. And also has a very strict preseason regimen. Just a real hard worker in practice. You'll be hard-pressed to find many players in the conference that have as good of a work rate as Taylor Gonzalez, more than capable of lasting 110 minutes. Of course, in NCAA Division II soccer, if we are tied after 90 minutes, we go to 2 10-minute periods of overtime. Golden goal is in effect. This has benefited the Falcons in the past 2 seasons. Last year, Hannah Williamson got the winner against Georgia College, and the year before that, Christian Brothers fell to Abby West's goal, which was Robert Lane's first victory as head coach. Falcons caught offside again. Davies with a quick restart. Faulkner seemed to want to play out of the back, which is dangerous when you have players like Gonzalez and Darnell lurking. Good anticipation by Brinson to win the ball back. Gonzalez turns into pressure but manages to win the ball back, but commits a foul. Kayla Wilson. 16 minutes in, 0-0. The shot for the Falcons came from Allie Darnell. And a mix-up at the back almost gifted a goal to the Eagles. Long-distance shot from Ashlyn Lockwood. It was pushed aside by Sydney Young, who committed the original error. First substitute of the game for the Falcons. Sabrina Amador replaces Taylor Gonzalez. Malone back to Young. Falcons also wanting to build out of the back. A misplaced pass for either side could lead to the opener. Almost saw the visitors benefit from an early chance. Allie Darnell plays a good ball. Just a little outside of the reach of Sabrina Amador. possession and keep the pressure. And a Wilkie making a late run on the far post. Driven inside well. Davies held it first time. Didn't let it bounce. But there could have been a chance for the Falcons in the box.
Good control off of the goal kick by Kristen Chance.
Hampton Brinson back to her center back Malone. Played her a little short, but she got out of it. Tries to switch it to Madewell. The Falcons have conceded possession cheaply in their own half, trying to switch the ball with too many passes. Ashlyn Lockwood, Marilyn Peel, those two have yet to combine to any fruition. Carpintero, all of her touches have been outside the Falcons' box, which is where Coach Lane and the defense would prefer to see her. A robust challenge there into Madison Madewell. Wins the ball cleanly. Another tackle by Carpintero. It's very frustrating for a striker when you don't get too much service, so throwing herself about to try to make an impact. Good control to keep it in by Allie Darnell, but the recovering tackle by Chloe Farrell. And a Walkie, good dummy. Holds off the challenge of Peel. Sabrina Amador. Whitehouse does well to hold off her defender. Taylor Strength. Inside and out from Madewell. Good bit of skill. Plays the ball down the line. Just about kept in by Allie Darnell. Who did well. She was second favorite to that ball. Sabrina Amador. And since her introduction, the Falcons looking a lot more fluid in the midfield. It's a decent ball drifted in by Walkie, but there could be a chance to break here. Carpintero is the only option forward. She receives it now. Overlapping run is being made, but it's a great defensive header. Kristen Chance coming back from the defensive midfield position, and Hannah Walkie has space and a chance to break now for the hosts. But her touch was heavy and is cleared away by Leighton Rhodes. One back by Brinson. Falcons trying to exploit the wings. Time the left back comes out on top, but misplaces her pass. And Brinson's playing very high up for a right back. Has a lot of success, and it looks like there's some obstruction in the first free kick of the game for either side, in a dangerous position for the Falcons. Last year's set-piece specialist Hannah Williamson no longer on the team, and with Taylor Gonzalez on the bench, it'll be interesting to see who likes their chances from 25 yards out. Sabrina Amador running straight at the defense. Really been an impact player since her introduction. Opening 20 minutes of play, 0-0. Darnell is over it. Chip forward into the gloves of Davies. It's accurate enough, never had enough pace to beat the keeper from that distance. Good closing spin by Welke. Ashlyn Lockwood has been kept in check on that far side. Kristen Chance wins the ball off the throw in. Darnell, good first touch. Solid defense there by Taylor Strength, the freshman from Ozark, Alabama, having an impressive debut game. So both center backs thrown into the line of fire early on. Darnell can't keep it in. Halfway through the first half, scoreless. And Walkie wins another ball off the throw, but commits a foul on Lockwood. Ref is calling a very tight game so far. Players will certainly get a feel of that. Will have to adjust their play accordingly. return ball, and the Falcons win a corner kick. Lots of many other options there for the defender. Taylor's strength had to turn it aside. Montevallo loads the box. Assistant coach Jake Wyman stressed the importance of set pieces in the offseason, and they go short here. Certainly something worked off the training ground, and a flick header at the far post almost led to the first goal. Wasn't a bad effort, and Allie Darnell was in the right place at the right time. Falcons preparing 2 subs. Sabrina Amador wins it off the goal kick, and so far restarts for the Eagles have been their downfall, and a long shot there from Vic Whitehouse. Might have been going wide, but Kelby Davies wasn't to know. Has to make the stop. Game's starting to heat up. 23 minutes in. Another interception by Hampton Brinson. She's been a wall on that side, but misplaced pass puts it in the path of Carpintero, who spreads it out wide. Brinson's trying to recover and makes an excellent challenge. Forces a corner kick. The Eagles will make a substitution ahead of this set piece, as will the Falcons. One of the worst times to make a substitution in soccer. It kind of leaves the defense unorganized. Players coming in not knowing who they're supposed to mark. Faulkner will try to benefit from this confusion here on their second corner of the game. Drifts a long ball in. Great defending. A scuffed effort from distance from Taylor's strength. Never troubles Sydney Young in goal, who aside from a couple back passes hasn't had too much work to do except for a punch on the first corner. This one a lot less threatening to the Falcons' goal. Plays it short again to Malone. Heavy first touch by Amador, but she does well to recover. And Kira Botchard can't keep it alive. Another freshman making their debut. She can play as a midfielder or a forward. Arrives from Burbank, California. Another player Coach Lane is excited about bringing in to boost the attacking options. Last year the Falcons had 29 goals for and conceded 30. So a solid defense. The ref caught that. Kendall Warden, senior from Spring Hill, Florida, with a tug of the jersey. Serena Amador has done well to be a physical presence in the midfield. Her introduction has really changed the course of the game. 31 minutes in. Ball over the top, and no one there for the Falcons. And positive body language by the Falcons midfield, especially by Kristen Chance, who, despite having kind of a rough start, had some loose first touches, has grown into the game and has kept moving the whole time. Ball in. Smart defending by Taylor String.
We gotta hurry. We gotta break down the get it inside the truck. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. We're about the tripod. We're about camera first, laptop first. It's just a matter of time.
Reports of weather coming into the University of Montevallo area. Game will continue unless there's a sign of lightning, but a strong effort there. Great ball teased in the box. And almost half a chance there for the Falcons. Just hooked away by Lockwood to no one in particular. The Eagles were at panic stations there for a second. Botchard had half a chance to get a foot on it, but was blocked off. Strong defending by Strength. So far the referee happy to let the game continue. Malone. A long ball stretches the midfield. Brinson making an overlapping run. Her ball's intercepted. Again, Carpintero having no luck against Malone, who cuts it out. Chance. Loose touch that time by Whitehouse. Does well to use her body to shoulder in and win the challenge. Michaela Franklin missed a lot of the season last year due to injury, but had 4 goals and was second on the team in goal scoring, is in the game, gets her first touch. Christian Malone heads it out. Brinson under pressure does well to go back to her center back. Kira Botchard has dropped deeper than Hannah Walke since coming on. Haven't seen an attacking threat from the Falcons on the left side, preferring to go down the right. Franklin, great control, brings it close to her body and spreads it out to the other side. Chance. Amador has a great run by Botchard on the left. Players queuing up in the middle. Franklin, Darnell, blocked for a corner, third of the game for the Falcons. Lainey Eden, solid piece of defending there. Another short corner for the Falcons. Madison Madewell has a shot from distance. The wind caught it. Just carried it high, wide right. Kristen Chance will make way for Val Visaggio, who started the majority of the games last year alongside Vic Whitehouse in the midfield. That partnership fielded on the pitch for the first time this season. Brinson with a smart pass to Franklin. And again, the overlapping run from Botchard. The Eagles have a player down in the midfield who's not getting up. It's Peel. Since there's no head injury, the ref happy to let play continue now that there's a stoppage of play. The injured player can be attended to. Referee just having a word with his assistant. Storms in the area. Both coaches hoping to make it to halftime without a downpour. Last year, Montevallo's first game of the season was canceled against Shorter due to field problems in Rome, Georgia. Today, the weather threatening to derail the Falcons' first game. So far we continue. Both teams have grown in confidence as the game has continued. Montevallo enjoying attacking presence on the width, on the wide wings. Kira Botchard has come in for Hannah Walke. Both players have been pressed on their debut. Christian Malone has been solid at the back. Chance had a solid 25 minutes in the midfield. 14 to go in the half. Haven't seen Taylor Gonzalez come back into the game since departing for Sabrina Amador. physical presence.
It's Lightning. How are we still playing? How are we still playing right now?
One back in the midfield by Amador.
How was Lightning? Yeah.
Has 4 players around her making a run. That ball might be a little too long. And it is for Kira Botchard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, don't park your head, don't. Hey, you see that Lightning, right? You guys have the, like, you have the app on your phone? Yeah. We're gonna break all that stuff down at halftime up here if we can make it that long. Because it's only a matter of time. Okay. Gotcha.
Strong challenge on the far right side.
All right, man. But we're just gonna break stuff down up here at halftime. All right.
Solid high press by the Falcons. As the half is worn on, fresh legs have allowed them to keep that high pace. Brinson throws it in to Franklin, who gets the return ball. Hampton Brinson, good ball. Almost fell into the path of Sabrina Amador. That's the only danger of Brinson going forward. They tried to release a ball on the left wing. Tried to slide it in behind the run of Brinson. We'll hope not to get caught forward, especially with only one recognized center back in the form of Christian Malone. Jada Johnson plays the ball down the far side, no one in particular. As the weather approaching the area threatens to postpone or cancel this game. 11 minutes to halftime. The referee happy to let play continue.
If you guys are going to keep filming the second half, you guys are going to
And he's just called the game for a weather delay.
Yo, break it. Hey, hold on. Wyatt. Explain to them that we're going into a weather delay. We're not going to be able to finish the stream tonight. If play is continued, we're going to try to film it and upload it after.
So we're in a weather delay here at Varsity Field. The referee has stopped play from continuing. And due to these conditions, if the rest of the game is played, it will be live streamed and uploaded onto the website later this afternoon or tomorrow. However, for the time being, no game will be allowed to continue in this weather as lightning's been striking. I'm Alex Tejada. That's all for today from Varsity Field.